Hello, good evening or good morning, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for joining me. So, if you don't know me, my name is Dr. Adila Rafiz. If this is your first time joining one of our live calls or free calls, I will never say an introduction because I don't really do introductory, but I wanted to dive into something that I have been really working with and working on in my life, in my business. It's something that we've been going over a lot in the intimate spaces where I facilitate, like Life Whispering Club. So a few weeks ago, someone close to me said, Adila, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know if this is me or this is everyone else, but I feel like everyone is fake right now and everything is fake. And I feel like the world is just this big facade. And the people that I thought I knew and the people that I thought I had an intimate understanding of and I thought had my back, I'm realizing that's not really the case. And I don't know what to do about it. And I was like, you know what? It's not you. And that is something that's kind of propelled the last few weeks and months. In a very positive way. That might sound like a negative or a not so great thing to acknowledge, but here's something that I'd like you to realize is because of the way the world is functioning now and the way that we have been programmed and the world is programmed, it is fake. It is all fake. And then there's this added pressure to not only be fake on social media and to pretend you are whoever you are being on social media or presenting the best parts of our lives but not the behind the scenes or the reality. But there's there's almost this place where people themselves don't know who they are because they don't know how to bridge that gap between how they're trying to show up, who they want to be, what they think they have to be in order to be accepted, desirable, to fit in, versus their truth. Okay. And so the reason I'm saying this is because that hurt, that disappointment that you might be becoming aware of, that you might be carrying, or if you yourself are struggling with this, who am I now? What is authentic me? What is real embodiment for me? I wanted to say to you, like, don't let that disappointment and that pain disillusion you too much because it's not something people are doing to you on purpose, and it's not even something that you are doing on purpose. It is because we have gotten so caught up in that programming. It's because we've gotten so caught up in that addiction to scrolling and likes and validation from people we might not even know. This is what is creating and the energy that's driving the world right now, right? So when we're functioning in this kind of dystopian and disruptive reality, it's very easy to lose something very, very important to you, which is A, your inner peace, but B, something that is even greater than your inner peace, and but what creates your inner peace is your identity, your knowing of who you really are, and your connection to your true self. So this is where the kind of conversation started. And then where it's evolved over the last few weeks as I've been working with my clients with Life Whispering Club is there's this concept I've been talking about, which is leaking energy in your life. And so for those of you that want to create your life, those of you that have been aware of either your potential, your power, or you just know that the life you currently have is only a quarter of what is possible for you and what you desire, yet you can't seem to get out of your energy being taken up by the situations in your life, the situation in your family home, the situations at work, the situations where you're caught up in drama or competition or comparison or just things taking your energy. That is what I mean by your leaking energy. And the reason this is really hurtful to you, it's more important that you understand how hurtful this is to your future, is this is literally robbing you of your tomorrow, of you fulfilling your potential tomorrow. So that might sound not so positive, but the reason I'm bringing this to your attention and bringing it to your attention as strongly as I am is I really think this is the answer to a lot of your guys' problem. Like, I really think that if we all stopped leaking energy to the people, the places, the situations, the conversations, and the environments that do not serve us. And in fact, not only do not serve us, but are not building us up in the direction of where you want to be going, then it is literally going to take you twice as long, 5 times as long, maybe 10 times as long to get to where you want to go and get to where is possible for you. For some people, it never happens. Why? Because they will keep putting those situations and those people as their priority, and they will lose the ability to prioritize their own life. And I've seen that happen, and we see that happen. And then we end up with very bitter, resentful people who feel like they missed the opportunities that they had at the time where it was appropriate to take them. So I wanted to talk to you about the things that I think are going to help you immediately reclaim your energy and move forward in a powerful way right now. Okay. Um, by the way, if you have questions, you can pop them into the chat. If you want to let me know something, you can put your hand up. We are having a very short conversation today, so if it's off topic, I might say, "Hey, can we talk about this another time?" But I do want to have this as a two-way conversation. I do think there's so many people right now that feel lost and caught up in the wild, wild west energy that is out there in the world right now. And that is not why you're here. So, one of the things that I teach is how to expand your energy and your vessel, because I very much believe all of my work is based on the concept of the trilogy of mind, body, and energy. I don't think there's any point on just working on one or expanding one. If we increase our capacity to hold something in one area, but we don't increase the others, you're going to have incongruence. You can't increase your mental capacity to have wealth and success by doing all the mindset work, but not work with your body and your nervous system so that that capacity has congruence. Otherwise, your body will crash out on you. Okay. So, when I talk about expanding your vessel and expanding your capacity to hold more in every area of your life, this is a really important aspect or part of you realizing that there is always more available for you and always more available to you. But we want to work at all three levels of mind, body, and energy. So the physical aspect to that, like your physical body, some of you, it's your physical body that you feel like holds you back and doesn't let you create the life you want. So for you, I want you to look at where you require safety, like nervous system safety, energetic safety, and emotional safety in your life, where your body requires grounding or healing, where your body requires presence so that you can stand in your power. Okay. For others of you, or for all of us, where we have our energetic vessel or the capacity for our energy to expand, we need to understand that it's a frequency game and we can shift frequency easily, but we need to factor in that what we are doing at any given moment, the universe is responding to the energy that we are being or emitting, not to the thoughts that we're wishing or hoping is what happens. So, how do you start to impact your frequency? How do you start to impact the field by working on your frequency and having the elevated frequency, regardless of whatever shit and crappy stuff is happening around you in your life? And if you haven't noticed what different environments do to your energy and your frequency, then I invite you to start tracking that. That's people, that's situations, that's environments. If you are losing motivation, if you're lacking clarity, if you're feeling lost, and most importantly, unhappy, can I invite you to assess your environments and see what happens to your energy in those environments? Okay, finally, the final thing I work on, this is the overall final result, is your identity shift. You are not the same person once you transform, once you work on yourself that you were, and therefore you do not have the same identity. But if you do not start to realize that it's an identity shift, if you do not start to identify with your new identity, with your greatest version of you, and you still buy into or think of yourself and therefore operate energetically as that older version of you that is impressionable, that doesn't know how to stand up for themselves, that does not energetically dominate, that does not hold their energetic standards in the world, you're going to always feel bulldozed. You're going to not be able to maintain results. And you're going to feel like you're losing out or you're missing out on those miracles that we see happen every day with our work. Okay. For those of you that feel like you can't sustain change, you have something really great happen, you feel really good, but you can't sustain that high energy. You can't sustain that feeling good, feeling empowered, knowing that you're creating your life. This is where that energy leak comes in. This is where that energy dip comes in. And this is where you need to strengthen your vessel, strengthen your energy, and shift your identity. So these are just things I've been thinking about the last month. Okay, this is a peek into my mind. And, we're doing some really powerful work. We had a Life Whispering Club call yesterday, and this is the work that I do every call with my club members. It's our playground. And yesterday we talked about this stuff, and we talked about getting to a place where you're so strong in who you are that there's no defense. And that's an easy thing to say, but the embodiment of that will take you so far in your life. It will move mountains for you. And this is what I wanted to bring to your awareness. Like if you feel like you've been going around in circles, or you keep trying things or attending sessions or classes and things don't change long term, this is the stuff you need to be aware of, because there is no reason for you not to have constant evolution. I've been quiet on like I actually have barely been on social media the last 2 months. I'm back because we've got exciting things happening. But the reason I haven't been on is because life has been so good. And instead of needing to talk about that or share that on social media, I've just been like, holy shit, life is so amazing. I just need to like double down on this amazing energy. Since we came back from the Wealth Whispering Retreat September, it's been phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal, right? And that energy is continuing. And I wanted to invite you guys to a couple of things I have coming up. But do we have any questions? Does anyone want to contribute anything, an awareness, an intention, something to the conversation? Is this making sense? Is this resonating with you guys? Varsha, go ahead.
Hi, Adila. Good morning. Nice to see you.
So nice to
I
see you.
um since I mean, of course, I've been doing this work for long, but more and more prominently as you started talking about this energy leak, I've realized how feeling bad just because people have poor opinion about you has affected, dented my energy, and repeating the past events in the mind, like, oh, this happened, oh, this happened, oh, this happened, and refusing to let go uh, just because you hurt has helped me a lot. Like, I've started making conscious efforts. No, this is not me. This is past, and this is now. Now, what do I want? And consciously shifting my thoughts, my energy to, more rooted in myself and what I want to create. Thank you for this, topic. It is really, really tremendously helping me in spite of doing this work for good 13, 14 years. I don't know how many years. This is a new, level of, strengthening myself and moving forward. So thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Varsha. And like, you're so powerful. You're all so powerful. We are all so powerful, right? I want you to think about how powerful you are when you are in alignment, when you really either need something to happen or you really put your energy and attention to something, you make it happen, right? It happens. You're powerful creators. But this thing that Varsha said, like the energy leak, and those are the perfect examples. Having things go over and over in your head, thinking about it, refusing to let it go. And most importantly, that thing I talked about, that the need for defense. Like, someone doesn't like you, someone makes you wrong, someone says something to you, going into the defense of it, stopping at that point, needing to convince them that that is not true, that is not correct, that is not who you are. But then this is the important thing. It's okay if you just do that verbally, but if you energetically stop there, your life stops there. Your self-evolution and growth stops there. How many people have you stopped yourself for at this point? How many places and conversations and situations have you left fragments of you because you actually gave your power up in that place? And so this is what I've been working on in the club and with my clients is when you get to a place and you have to understand everything I teach, I'm talking about doing this from a place of neutrality. This is not from a place of fighting against. This is from a place of not having energetic charge on that, on not letting someone walk over you, but also not needing to defend, not needing to go into that energetic battle because it's robbing you of your future, not them. Yeah. Akash, go ahead.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Okay. May I?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. I just want to complete this. I know it's a whole process. I know it's a journey. And this particular thing, like energetically be dominant, that is where I need to, I could be working on, and sustaining the good. I'm sustaining it. But at this thing of being energetically dominant, being in your energy, being aware of who you are every moment, wherever you go in any situation you are, I would really like to, work on that now. Just have it and keep it in mind that, okay, this is what is happening. Being aware, this is what is happening. This is not working for me, or, this is draining my energy, or this is affecting my energy, and I'm not letting it affect me now.
Don't worry, we will be working on that. Don't you worry. Okay. Akash, go ahead.
Hi, Adila. It's been a really long time. I got this opportunity to participate. So probably after I did maybe one of those couple of years ago when I did the course. But I've been in touch with Rashmi and Dattu and also, and I keep seeing on social media. So first of all, what caught my attention was this term of energy leakage, which is very important for the plumbing of our lives,
Yeah.
to get it fixed. So that really, I wanted to acknowledge and express gratitude. Sometimes, it's not even about this entire the I mean, in Hindi we say gyan, but like, all this, the semantics and the verb, but just the mere usage of this whole leakage. Has When I saw this message in the group, and what caught my attention was leakage, and probably since that, reading that message itself, it has helped me, and I guess I can build on it, in terms of classify what is leaking, what is adding, right? So it's a very simple sort of, almost, the word itself is a tool. So I want to express my gratitude to you. Thank you. I think it will help me, and I want to build further on it, to identify what contributes and what does not, what takes away from my purpose. And in my own journey of self-discovery, I've been eating Rashmi's head off and on that, but that's something. This is going to definitely be very, very contributive. So thank you. Really express my gratitude for that.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much for sharing. It's so nice to see you again. Yes. Um, for me, the visual, because I'm a visual person as well, is it's also the concept of not so much like the very obvious, like, oh, this has taken my energy or drained me. The visual that I've been also aware of is, when you have a balloon and the balloon is still tied, like, and there isn't a hole in the balloon, but we all know that if you have a party and if you leave the balloon over a couple of weeks, sometimes you will slowly see that balloon start to shrink and deflate on its own without anything else being done to it. And so the concept of leaking energy for me was also like, gosh, where are the situations and places where we're leaking energy in that 5, 10, 15% amount where it's not so obvious that that is what's happening. But in these places, that 15% leakage, that 5% leakage, that 2% leakage means by the end of the day or the end of the week, that power that you have to be energetically so aligned and congruent and creating with the source, you've instead leaked 35% of your energy without realizing it, because it's that slow deflation of your power and potency. And this is something that for me, I'm also using that as a powerful reminder that that visual for me is enough to make me walk away from a situation or not engage in an argument or not need to defend myself, because we know the power of compounding, something compounding. And so that energy leakage compounding over your day, over your week is very, very powerful. Thank you for sharing what you had to share. Now, I don't think I'm doing anything major. I've been doing so much this year. I don't think I have any other calls or things scheduled apart from, sorry, I beg your pardon. I'm doing one special thing, but it's part of Life Whispering Club. Now, I have Life Whispering Club, which is my intimate space I've been talking about, on Black Friday sale right now. One of the things that is my intention is to always make that the most powerful and cost-effective way to kind of be of service. So for next year, I've made it that every month there is a masterclass in the club, and then there is a call with me, like a facilitation call with me. And that call is for you, where you get FaceTime with me and you can ask your questions, and it can be very personal. The club is our safe space. The masterclass coming up, it's the last call I'm doing for the year, is on the 10th of December, and it's called Healing Your Mummy and Money Wounds. And again, this came from a wonderful conversation in the club where one of the members said, Adela, I have this thing and I think it's to do with my mum, but can I really still blame my mother for everything? And I said, yeah, you can. I said, yes, you can. And let me do a masterclass about why. But it's not about blaming our mothers, but it is about recognizing and actually unhooking from that mother wound and from functioning in those ways that, our mothers, God bless them, are such an important figure in your life, no matter how much you have to do with your mother or not. The the energetic imprinting is so strong. And that is why we spend much of our life trying to unhook from that. Or if we don't become aware of it, then it subconsciously runs us. And so healing your money and money wounds, because they're very closely related, those two topics, is the masterclass, and it's free inside the club. These are my masterclasses that are $222 on their own, included in the club every month. It's $55 a month for the Black Friday sale, or you can pay for the whole year. It's $550. So you'll make your money back within a few months, right? The second thing I wanted to talk about, though, is body whispering. Now, everything we've talked about today, there's one element that I haven't talked about enough, which is the capacity for creating and receiving miracles that you have, like instantaneous shift. And in the healing world, this is, I think, where body whispering is just shooting ahead so fast. I think this is the game-changing element of body whispering, and it's just starting to be discovered. It's just starting to come to the forefront. And this is the concept of collapsing time in body whispering. I have a handful of about 5 private clients I work with at a time. And then I have my classes and my programs, which are Wealth Whispering and Life Whispering Club, right? I can give you the examples of where things that have taken people years in other classes or in therapy or working with people has shifted in hours, in days. Things that have taken people a lifetime, like a decade of chronic illness, has shifted in months. Things that people have struggled with have collapsed. Like when I say collapsed, that problem has energetically shifted and completely changed in as little as one session. This is what our facilitators, our participants, and our body whisperers are also experiencing. It's not just me. But there's 2 components to body whispering. It's the healing and the expanding of your vessel. I just finished speaking about your physical vessel, your energetic vessel, and also wanting to grow your mental vessel, like your capacity of who you think you are, your identity shift. All of that is part of body whispering. But the other component of it, and this is personal for me, and so I use the word God or divine. You can use whatever word resonates with you, consciousness, divine, source energy, but it's that connecting to your divine self and the energy that connects you to source or to God. When you walk around disconnected from source energy, of course, you've forgotten your power. Of course, you give your power away to things outside of you. And of course, your body's going to take longer to heal. Of course, situations are going to be longer and more complicated. And of course, you're going to feel more disempowered in your life. Body whispering is about coming back to divine source and connecting to that body whispering energy that connects you to that remembrance and to that source energy. And what makes it different to other modalities is the reliance is not on the modality. I'm not giving you the answer to now be hooked to me or to body whispering or whatever. It's that connection to source, connection to yourself as the body whisperer, and then using the modality to have that tool and the way we do the sessions to have that instant connection. Once you have that connection, then instant healing is available. Miraculous shifts in your life are available. More money is available. Better relationships is available. Changing your life like that is available. The identity shift is complete when you embody being a body whisperer. There is so much I want to go into because I love this work. But with body whispering, we bring in all of those elements that I think you might be getting in fragmented ways in other places. So we hear about nervous system regulation and healing. Then you're hearing about trauma healing and changing things in your life. Then you're hearing about how to embody wealth and have wealth consciousness. And then you're hearing about, how do you do energy healing and how do you be a good facilitator? Well, all of that is in one place with Body Whispering. So that is the other thing I wanted to let you guys know is whether you're online anywhere in the world or you want to join me in person, and this is a very genuine invitation from my heart that for the first time since, was my last class live in 2023, Rashmi? Body Whispering?
Right.
It was, wasn't
In-
it?
Yeah.
Wow,
We
okay.
haven't done one in India for a long time.
I haven't done a live class in a long time. I'd love to have you in the live class. We must have done one in 2024, no?
No, 24. I think
Uh,
23 in Delhi. In Delhi, you did, right?
24 we did in 23 we did in Dubai.
On
Okay, well, guys, I haven't done a live class. No, we did. I beg your pardon. We did a body whispering class in Dubai and it was amazing last year. Remember, Pavia, why are you sitting there? I'm pretty sure that you were online or you were there. Like all of you body whisperers. No one's like, Adila, you did one in Dubai and I was there in the room. I'm sure that we did one. Anyway, I
Yes.
haven't
Was-
done a live class in India. I haven't done a live class in India, and I haven't done a live body whispering class. It would have been a year and a half by then in January. I'd love to have you in the room. There's nothing like an in-person class. They're very powerful. But if you can't join in person, you can join online from anywhere in the world. It works just as effectively. You still get all the miracles, you still get the shift, and you still get your certification. So if you're not a body whisperer yet, this is your invitation. And for Black Friday, we're doing the early bird special. So the price to join is $7.99. And after Black Friday, it goes up to $9.99. If you've done the class before, your repeat price does not change. You keep your repeat price, but when you sign up during early bird, you still get the bonuses, which is a free in-person or online masterclass, Wealth Whispering. And I've got some things I'm recording for you to prep you for the class, okay? So these are the early bird bonuses. I wanted to just quickly, because I don't think I have time to do another call between now and then, is invite any questions about body whispering or anything you guys want to know about changing your life, the energetic leakage we talked about, the identity shift. If there's anything I can shine a light on you on for you, please, this is your time. Yeah, if you have any questions. Just going to read the chat. Rashmi has posted those things into the chat. Amazing. Okay. There's a large component of working in the quantum field in body whispering class. So the collapsing time, the space, the instantaneous healing, all of that is taught to you from that space and energy. And with whether you're doing Life Whispering Club, Body Whispering, or all of it, the most important thing for you to know is this is your life and this is your body. And I think we forget that. How much are you making others, other things, other situations a priority over the creation of your life? And how much are you prioritizing other things over your body? Your body is your most magnificent tool and vessel and partner in this life. Please don't forget that. Please use it to be the powerful person that you are here to be. You can access your power by being present in your body and utilizing the gifts that you have. And that is what we teach you in body whispering as well. Okay. Any questions before we start to wrap up? Guys, the energetic leakage conversation, I really hope that that serves as a wonderful reminder. Whatever visual helps you to stop leaking energy in your life or to assess the situations that are not serving you or serving you, use that. And secondly, yeah, if you want a consistent place where you get supported, where you are held, and where you are reminded, and we do these exercises together, then Life Whispering Club is the place. Okay. So we will email if you are not live. We're going to send this out as a replay. If you are live and you have follow-up questions, rush me. You can email me. You can send me a message on social media. And I hope to see many of you, if not all of you, live or online in January, and online for the Healing Your Mummy and Money Runes Masterclass on the 10th of December. Rashmi, is that it? Have I missed anything? Are we good? Awesome.
Just
Thank
know
you
it's just
so
a month.
much for joining me, guys. It's always a pleasure and a privilege, and I appreciate your time. And I'm excited about 2026. Final thing, I really think it's going to be a good year. 2025 was not, guys. Energetically, it was a dumpster fire. We know that, right? 2026, I do think there's good energy. 2026, I think it's starting to gear up. I would like you to, you don't have to do it for any other reason. You don't have to do any other work with me, but from now is the time to start prepping. I always talk about the fact that when you want to create something in your life, intention is very powerful. Let's start putting that intention out there, both personally for you, but also collectively, about how powerfully and intentionally you want to start the new year and how you want to create it as the year that serves you, as the year that your body, that your business, that your health, that your wealth thrives. Let's start to put that out there for you now, and let's start to create that. Okay. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys soon. Oh, Charlie, did you have a question or?
I do. I do have a question, Adila, not about today's session, but about when are we doing facilitators next? So when you're coming to India, are you also planning to do facilitators in person, side by side? Do it, do it, do it.
Do it, bless you. What we will do is, because I think we will need to do one more class before I do, because we do CP, right? And then facilitators. So when I come in January to India, I will talk to you guys about the schedule. One of the things we have to do is just take into account all of your the festivals, the religious holidays, Ramadan, Eid, and it's unfortunately right at the time that we normally every year do facilitators and CP. So we're just working around those dates, but we'll talk to you all in person in India. Okay. I look forward to
So it's
seeing you
not
guys.
happening in person in India, then that's for sure.
It's not happening in February, January in person. I can guarantee
Okay,
you.
later.
Okay. Thank you guys. Take
Thank
care.
you.
See you.